Good morning, guys. It's Sue, your not so crafty crafter. I'm here with just a tiny, tiny, tiny little overall of my desk. It is not a full craft room tour. Sorry, I'm winded. I flew up the stairs. I'm not going to do a full craft room tour until I have everything put away. We moved into this house in June, and it's been, just crazy getting stuff put away because it was a house full of furniture that was my mother-in-law's, and trying to determine what we're keeping, what we're not. This craft room is a fusion of both. So I did order some new excuse me. Let me grab a sip here. I did order some new organization stuff, and I wanted to share that with you. So bear with me one second while I take a sip of my coffee. Stop coughing. Okay, there we go. This right here is by Origami, and I purchased it on HSN. Now, in hindsight, I would not have grabbed two of them had I read the dimensions. I was expecting it to be probably about this wide, like from here over, very narrow. It's not. As you can see, it's quite wide. So I'm kind of glad about that, though, because that gives me more storage space and it's usable space. In this corner, I had this spinner rack, and then I had the huge spinner from Harbor Freight. I did not like that. It wasn't serving my needs as well as I had expected it to, and that's my fault. I don't have a lot, I mean, I'm nowhere near what some people have, but I have quite a few of the Nouveau drops. And I put those on the spinner rack, and anytime I went to use the spinner rack, when I went to spin it around, these would fall over, they'd fall off the rack, even though I had them in the biggest spot, or I changed spots and put them in a smaller spot and spread them out into two spots, and it was just, and then it kept catching on my blinds, or the end of the curtain there. And it was frustrating for me, and stuff kept falling down behind, and I can't show you the bottom of this because I haven't vacuumed, and it's a nightmare. There's paper scraps everywhere. But if stuff falls down behind the desk, it's gone, because underneath my desk I have one of those 3 cube units, and it's pushed. So anything that falls down the table falls straight down behind that, and I'd have to pull that whole case out to get to it. And it was kind of frustrating, and I didn't want to lose anything that I needed and have to stop and tear my room apart to get it. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in here. Of course, I have your basic Hobby Lobby spinner. Now, it is dusty. I apologize for that. Kind of gross. But on it, I do have these whiteboard right here. It's like contact paper, only it's whiteboard. And I put that around most of the sides so I can write my notes to myself, and like right there I have dimensions for an envelope box. And then I have a piece of magnet stripping here. The magnets, the cut aparts that you use, like the vent covers that we use to put our dies in when we store our dies. I had a scrap piece and I just put it right there. And then if I'm using small dies, I just toss them up here, and then they don't get lost in the mess that my desk becomes when I'm crafting. So anyway, these are by Origami. This unit is by Origami. I purchased it on HSN, and I purchased it on HSN during the craft days so that I wouldn't have to pay double shipping, and I could do the flex pay. So it's going to be about 20 bucks a month, maybe, for 5 months. A little bit less than that, but that's okay. I can deal with that. Top drawer. Now you'll notice the drawers are wide, medium, narrow. Maybe these two are the same. I don't know. This one looks a little bit deeper. Anyway, top drawer. My most used inks, my VersaFine, my waterproof ink, my Memento ink. Some Tim Holtz distress stuff, and mediums, like Crackle medium. Extra blending sponges. Extra magnets for my stamp positioner. This, see, now even these are falling. I guess there's just no use for these. These are my Nouveau drops, and I have them sorted. These are my crystal drops. Those are my jewel drops. Those are my glitter drops. And I like this because I can just pull this out. They're right there. And I just slide it back in and they fit nicely. They only fall if I yank it like I just did. So, and then the bottom drawer, which is really nice and deep, I have my Prima foils, my liquid watercolors that I'm slowly collecting, that I love to play with, and then my adhesives. And then over here on the top there, I have my Most Used Craft Crews, my Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue, my Gina K, or not, I'm sorry, not Gina K. I don't have the Gina K Connect glue yet. The Art Glitter Glue. And then my Nouveau Glitter Glue is behind there, or my Nouveau Glitter. Oh my gosh, I can't talk today, I'm sorry. My Nouveau adhesive, and then my Nouveau drops, the crystal drops, and then my glossy accents, which I have another small glossy accents and I can't find it. Anyway, my water bottle, which I always keep here, and then two little doodad trays. This one basically has twine and stuff, or anything that I may have made and I haven't decided what to do with yet. Die cuts that I made, yeah. Some new sequins that I purchased over the weekend just to add some color to my desk. Excuse me, right there. And then this heart-shaped dish keeps a lot of my gems and small pieces that I like to use, but I don't want them to get lost. And there's no backings for and stuff, so I just put them all in here. And then some washi tape that I use, my Simon Says Stamp Lollipop for the kids. Washi tape that I use for my die cutting. An empty mason jar, some pretty decorative stuff, my card. Sorry, I had to blow a piece of paper. And on this one, it's the same exact thing. This one I have my coloring stuff. Mostly watercolor stuff. Those are my watercolor, well, my paint brushes and my water pens, my brush pens. My goof off, which I use on the top of my glass media mat here, which I forgot to share with you. I do have the Tim Holtz Tonic Studios glass media mat. I love this thing. I just have this on because I was taking some pictures for Instagram earlier. And some stuff I'm working on, stuff that needs to be put away. And then this one, again, I'm sorry, my markers and basic pencils. My watercolor pencils. Some Crayola markers. And then this tin has all of my paintbrushes in it. Over here, there's not much, there's some extra storage. And then my regular coloring pencils and my bloom thing, which I have all of my clips and stuff from my planner. This is sequins that I use a lot. And actually may see, will those fit in there? Ah, look at that, works for me. I love that. Okay, that works. I'll keep them out for now because they're pretty and they're Eastery. But they'll go in there for storage when I'm done. And then the second drawer is, sorry if you can hear my son, he's in his room playing. Second drawer is tags, tag pad, and some extra scrap paper. Sorry about that. These are, they're pre-cut pieces of paper. They were really inexpensive in the clearance rack at Michael's. So I grabbed them thinking I could make some really big tags for them. And they're actually perfect for my Prima dolls because the Prima dolls are so long. This is a white piece, but I use them on the cream too. And then a card box that I made that I wanted to keep so I knew what it would look like when I had the finished product done. And then in the last drawer, I have things that have come into my craft room that I need to play with that are still fairly new. And then in the bottom, my swatches for my Distress Oxides and my Oxide inks. And basically that's it. And then over here I have, this is a paper sorter. In here I keep things, this was what this was in. All of this stuff was going to go in here. And I'm not utilizing this as well as I should either. So I'm thinking if I have it there, I can see it. Here it's kind of hidden. Stamp sets from Simon Says Stamp from a kit from June. See what I'm talking about? some tags that I've made, tags that I've stamped that I can color, some paper pads, paper, and then this is paper that comes from the kits, either the MFT, the My Favorite Things, the Hero Arts kit. Do they have a kit? Somebody has a kit. I can't remember if it's My Favorite Things. And then the Simon Says Stamp monthly kit. So my 8.5 by 11 for those go in there because it's special paper for me. And then my swing arm for my phone when I do my videos. I like this. I just wish that this pole extended. It does not. If this pole extended more, I could bring it over and bring this all the way down, and then I would be almost on top of my workstation. Haven't figured that out yet, and I can't drill anything onto my wall window. I've tried the tripod thing. Takes up a lot of space. It's hard to work with that in the way, so just keep playing with it, I guess. But that's my overall of my desk for right now. I hope you've enjoyed this video. You can see I have my envelope box there, my directions on how to do that. So that's all I have. I'm not going to share the rest of my room because it's still a mess. This is fairly clean, but the rest of the room is still kind of a nightmare. So just keep your eyes open because I'm hoping sometime in the beginning of summer, I'll start tearing it apart and reconfiguring it to the way I really want it, and then I'll do a full room video. But that's all I have for now. I hope you all have a great crafty Sunday. Share what you're working on, and like my video, subscribe if you like what you saw here, and leave a comment on what you're doing this weekend for crafty goodness. That's all I have. Take care. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.